What's going on, everyone? Anthony here with HG Toys, and welcome back to another video. And in today's video, we are going to be reviewing the final figure that I've gotten in Wave 10, and that is the Power Rangers Lightning Collection ZEO Yellow Ranger Tanya. So glad to finally have this in my hand. Even though this one does not technically complete my ZEO Ranger set, it is the one that will be completing the figures that have been released for this year. So obviously it is your standard Power Rangers Lightning Collection box. You have the window display with the figure right there. Some nice box art right here on the side. Power Rangers Lightning Collection ZEO Yellow Ranger. The box art that wraps around the side as usual. Power Rangers ZEO logo up top. A 3D rendering promo shot of the figure on the back. More of that box art wrapped around this side. Yellowish gold at the top. Legalese at the bottom. Here's the barcode for anybody that needs it to go ahead and scan at their local Targets or Walmarts. And yeah, let's go and crack her open and see how cool she actually is. Alright, and here we have the Yellow Ranger Tanya out of packaging in all her ZEO glory. But before we get into her, what do you say we take a quick look at her accessories? So first off, obviously she comes with her two weapon holding hands on her out of packaging. There you go. And as far as the extra set of hands go, these I believe are new toolings. I don't think we've gotten like these kind of karate posing hands for a female ranger just as of yet. I know we've gotten like some straight karate chop hands. So this is pretty cool. I mean, I could be wrong. I have to go through like the bajillion hands accessories that we have, but I think these are new toolings and they actually look pretty good. Next up, she comes with her ZEO Blaster, and I think honestly with the ZEO Rangers, they suffer the most from like different well, next to like I think Dino Thunder, they suffer the most from paint inaccuracies. So this one obviously is just like Tommy's, where it's missing the gold from right about here. Just focus, sorry about that. From right about here, they only have the gold on the symbol itself. Same thing with the other side. And if you want, you can just holster it in like so. And then as far as her other weapon goes, she comes with her ZEO Saber. Oops. She comes with her ZEO Saber, and just like Tommy, once again, it's missing the paint from at the bottom of the hilt, as to where Rocky and Adam both have the gold paint. Once again, not too big of a deal. I really wish they would give us the holstered versions of this, because like technically it's supposed to go in like this, if I'm not mistaken. I think that's how it's supposed to go, right? No, maybe like this. Yeah, I think it's supposed to go like this. So that's how it's supposed to be. But obviously, because the sword is out in its extended mode, you have to holster it in there like so. And it just, I mean, it probably still wouldn't be a problem if maybe we'd cut these nubs off. But like trying to make them pose with the sword on the side does kind of get in the way a little bit. Not too big of a deal, I guess. And if she would just stand, the female rangers always seem to have like a huge problem standing. And then, obviously, I forgot her lightning effect piece. She comes with the little lightning effect piece that can just kind of port into the thing of the gun right there. Nothing new that we haven't seen with the ZEO Rangers. So there you go, the lightning effect piece. And then for her signature weapon, she comes with her nunchucks right here, like so. So you can have her holding them in both hands if that's how you so please. There you go. So you can have her holding it like that. And as for the nunchucks themselves, is basically a white or yellow molded plastic with slight silver paint apps right here on the top of the I don't know, I guess we would call these hilts. And then this like rope isn't actually a rope, it's more of a rubbery plastic that doesn't look like, I don't want to squeeze it, but I think if you squeezed it, it would actually pinch and not move anymore. So yeah, there you go. Not the best deployment. I wish they would just use some ropes or something. And then her last accessory that she comes with is her Tanya head sculpt. And I think this is definitely a very good likeness to her. I do think her hairline is a bit too high. I wish they would have brought it down just a tad bit more, because she looks like she's got like a 5 head going on. But overall, not too bad. So to pull that off, just kind of like pop that off. Pop her head sculpt on. There we go. And there you go, Tanya. Now this one does seem to sit a little bit high. Not too bad though. It looks like she's got like a giraffe neck going on. but not too bad. The head sculpt itself is really, really nice. It's definitely one of the ones that definitely lend themselves more towards the actor themselves than most of these head sculpts go. So this one is definitely an A plus in my book, and it looks pretty good. The hair sculpting details on the back are done really, really nicely. You got like a little tie going on right there. Nice little weaves going in and out. So yeah, I think like right here at this angle, it really looks like Tanya. So yeah, there you go. And then one accessory I want to talk about, because I forgot to mention it in my last review of the metallic Rangers, is the ZEO2 subcrystal. So this one did come with Aisha, the metallic yellow Ranger. And as you can see there, it's not very prominent on the screen right here, but it is the shape of her helmet, obviously. So I just wanted to point that out, that you can give her ZEO crystal, because that's what they're there for, right? They're for the ZEO Rangers. So this does not come with her, okay? This came with the metallic yellow Ranger. I'm just putting it in here now because I forgot to mention it in my other review, and it just so happens to work out that it's going towards Tanya. So yeah, enough of that. Let's go ahead and jump into the details of this figure. So as far as detailing goes, as I said, ZEO is definitely one of the ones that suffer from paint inaccuracies among most of them. This one obviously has the yellow or the gold cuff painted, which is correct. I believe Tommy and Adam didn't have theirs painted, but Rocky did. This one does have the white outline around the visor, which is correct, just like Tommy, but for some reason, Rocky and Adam came with silver outlining, and I think Cat comes with silver. Could be wrong. I have to wait to be able to get that in hand to know for sure, but I think, once again, I don't know why they can't seem to get it correct with the silver and white. Make it all silver, make it all white. Just pick a lane and stay in it, Hasbro. Like, what's going on here? Your QC is just terrible. I mean, at this point, I just kind of expect it. I shouldn't have to expect it. It's just, you did it once. Just keep it like that. Not too hard, right? Anyways, so yeah, the gold on here is painted in very nicely. It blends in kind of with the yellow. The gold on the holster is painted the same color as all the other golds. The skirt is molded with the holsters and the belt as a one piece, so that the slit for the skirt is all the way back here, and it does hinder the articulation just a tad bit, but overall not too bad. It's just your standard ZEO suit costume with the weird geometry shapes going on for their helmets. I think Tanya probably has it the worst, because if her eye level was right there in the middle, it must really have sucked for her to look out her helmet. Assuming she ever actually did wear the helmet and do any like shots in it. But yeah, let's go ahead and jump into articulation, because this is your standard Power Rangers articulation. Does have full 360 rotation. Looks up about that far, not very far. Looks down about that much. No side to side. Does have ball jointed shoulders. Will go out about that far. Full 360, no issues. Has butterfly joints, so they'll go forward about that far, back an odd amount, so there you go. No upper bicep swivel, single jointed elbows, rotates at the elbow, wrist rotation full 360, hinges in, very good amount, out a very good amount, upper torso diaphragm, so will rotate, rock back and forth full 360, bend forward about that far, bend back about that far, lower ab crunch, but with the belt, it does seem to hinder it quite a bit, so it only goes about that far. Then when you move the upper part, it goes down a little bit more. Back goes a very, very unnatural amount. There you go. And then as far as the splits, take this out. It'll do about the splits about that far. Not very good for being a female ranger. Once again, I think the skirt does kind of hinder it a tad bit. So like if you bend the skirt forward, it'll do it a lot better. But this would warp over time if you kept it in that pose. So it'll kick forward about that far, back about that far. Upper thigh swivel, double jointed knees, still has the pegs. Boot cuff swivel, we'll do a full 360. Ankle rockers left, right, forward about that much, back about that much, and peg holes at the bottom. So yeah, there you go, your typical standard Power Rangers female Lightning collection. I believe the next female Ranger we get, not including the April O'Neil one, but the one that's been announced in the mainline wave, I believe is Dino Fury Pink, no, Dino Charge Pink, I'm sorry, Dino Charge Pink Shelby, and I believe she is going to be the first female Ranger with double jointed elbows. So we can't wait to see how that turns out, because, you know, these females sometimes they need the double jointed elbows, because like this is basically all they can go. They only get about that much rotation out of them before like you really start to hinder their posabilities. So yeah, let's just go ahead and jump into some size comparisons. And as far as size comparison goes, here she is next to ZEO Ranger 5 Tommy, ZEO Ranger 4 Adam, and ZEO Ranger 3 Rocky. And then obviously we have the Billy head from the Metallic Ranger pack, which does very nicely as a civilian form if you have any civilian bodies lying around. I have him here trying to get the Gold Ranger power. But yeah, as you can see here, that Rocky and Adam comes with the silver outlining around their visor, as to where Tommy has the white outlining, and so does Tanya. Obviously, it probably doesn't come off on camera that noticeably, but in person, it's a pretty big difference, in my opinion, when it comes to these inconsistencies. So yeah, there we go. Moving on. Okay, and last but not least, let's go ahead and compare her to the other ZEO Ranger I have, which is ZEO Ranger, Gold Ranger, not ZEO Ranger 6. Jason, or Trent. Is it Trent? Trey. There we go, Trey. Whoever you want him to be, and then next to a Hasbro Pulse exclusive cog. So yeah, there you go. Let's go ahead and jump into final thoughts of this figure. So final thoughts on this figure: is she a smash? Is she a pass? I would say definitely go ahead and get her if you're a fan of ZEO. Paint inconsistency be damned, I guess. She is a very nice looking figure. Really wish she had double jointed elbows. I think that's where like most of the downfall is with these female figures. So it's really going to be thrown off that Shelby is going to be the first one that has double jointed elbows, and then the rest of them don't. Anyways, but yeah, great looking figure. She's one step closer to completing your core ZEO team, and then to complete the team, obviously you need is pink, which I know some people have because they bought it from overseas or whatnot. But I'm just going to go ahead and wait for GameStop. So if you guys enjoyed the video, please like, comment, and subscribe. It costs you guys nothing, but really helps this channel grow to keep these videos coming. So until next time, guys, later.